Another OSPlays live stream of God of War. Red will not be joining us because she's out doing other adult things. But of course, here as always, for all things Norse mythological, we have good friend Adam, friend of the show. Adam, could you introduce yourself while I attempt to get this this link up on Twitter for all the folks at home to watch this?
Yep, I am Adam. I am also semi-officially called Purple nowadays, I think.
I think it changes every episode which color you're associated with.
Yeah, purple, auburn, yellow, gray, one of these. But I am a master's student in Reykjavik, Iceland, studying Viking medieval Norse studies, and specializing in adaptation in modern media as one of my things. So, yeah, this is right up my alley, and I've been around the last few streams. I'm very excited to get going with this game.
Cool. All right, that is the link here, and reply to my tweet with the link. Stream time go, exclamation point, and here we are. Cool. So, apologies if the audio on this one is even weirder than normal. We have a microphone that works, but the positioning is a little bit wonky because I have to basically put one of the headphones in my own ear rather than leaving the whole thing on the table because for some reason my projector decided to not have any audio playing today, so that's just a grand old time. But with no other time to waste, let us get going to the next part of the game. Last thing that happened was we got a chisel off of a corpse of a giant, and now we're going inside this this big little temple here in the Lake of the Nine to get some more cool stuff and see what we can find. We're getting a rune, I think. I don't really remember. There's things that we need to open up the... Nope, that's not what we want. To open up the keys to Jotunheim, so that we can go to the highest peak in all the realms. Is there a third one? I'm always really bad at these.
Oh, by the way, if people haven't seen the stream, spoiler warnings are in effect because I have not seen most of this game.
Yep, Adam only knows up to this point, and for people who are in the comments and at home and don't want to be spoiled, we don't want to ruin anyone's experience. Now, speaking of ruining people's experiences, I'm having a real hard time. There we go, opening up this damn Odin's Gate. Here we go.
I can't believe we're setting foot in Tyr's vault.
Now,
Okay,
Adam,
so yeah.
for the folks at home, who's Tyr?
Tyr is the Norse god of, well, one of like 5 gods of war.
I thought Tyr was a god.
He's probably best known for being the source of the English word Tuesday. Originally Germanic from Old High German Tyr instead of Old Norse Tyr, but same god.
Nice.
But the most famous story he's from is he stuck his right hand inside Fenrir's mouth so that Fenrir could be bound and got his hand chopped off.
That's not fun.
Yeah.
Andreas.
Come on. You already speak it. Learning to read won't be that hard.
I know how to read, boy. Just not this tongue.
You're halfway there already.
I can read Greek, boy. It's very complicated. Trust me.
Some gods. Some animals.
Cases, declensions, it's a giant mess, honestly. Not worth the effort.
Not that. You smell something.
Yeah, I do.
Hmm.
Smells like rain?
Dun dun. Na 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 na. Could you imagine?
I earned that fucking hammer. Everyone's gonna think I only got it. Cause Magni's gone. It'll be a joke.
So from the last episode, Modi, whose brother Magni, 2 sons of Thor we killed, is back and ready for Thor, or ready for more, as it were.
Oh, you dumb. That your father's doing.
And this is not going well for us. I don't know why he didn't lead with that in the first fight. That's usually, yeah, not the smartest choice of battle tactics, is it?
Yeah, why? You can completely incapacitate someone from the beginning,
But I'm gonna get to know you.
and you don't do that?
You're gonna be
Come on.
my new
Yeah, that's just bad tactics.
I finish killing
Yep.
you.
This is a weird rehash of Episode 6 of Star Wars.
Whoops.
Uh-oh.
Spartan Rouge.
Uh-oh.
Let's go.
Stay back.
Okay then.
This is the part where you run away, dude. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, you've already lost. Don't do this.
This isn't over.
But like practically speaking, like it's over, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't...
You have to get into Freya quickly. There's
Oh
no
right,
way.
Talking Head. That's Mimir. For those of you who are very confused as to what's going on at this point in the game, Prince Nicholas Valenti asks, if you were a demigod, what would your parent be? That's a good question, because you have to pick someone who's not going to be a total jerk about it. Jumping back to the Percy Jackson days, Poseidon seems to be a good one to have, because he's not just going to needlessly make your life difficult like a Zeus would. Oh, hey, look, the sky is getting all messed up because boy is not having a great time. I wonder what that could possibly be about.
Yes.
Yeah. Poseidon, not the best person to go on a date with, because he does not
true.
know anything about boundaries. But as a demigod parent, you can do a lot worse than Poseidon, I feel like. Zeus would be rough. Hades would probably honestly be pretty decent. Apollo, even though I like Apollo as a god, I feel like he would not be a good choice for a demigod parent, because that's just a whole world of trouble. Oh, hey. Hey, buddy. How you feeling about this whole black sky thing?
Yeah, this is not good.
Yeah, no, it's nothing Ragnarok-y here, but Adam, any Norse takes on what's up with the sky right now?
I mean, you say nothing Ragnarok here. This looks an awful lot like the start of Fimbulvetter.
Especially now that you've taken to killing us.
I think it's actually ash that's in the air, not snow, because some of them kind of flicker red, it looks like.
Oh yeah, they do. Huh. Okay, so that does change a few options. The most obvious one that comes to mind with Norse mythology is something still Ragnarok here, but with something coming out of Muspelheim.
Okay. I'm just having fun. I know exactly what's going on, but you don't. This is unfair. This is cruelty, is what I'm doing to you right now.
Yeah, I know. But another good option is that it's just volcanoes.
Just volcanoes. That's honestly not a bad choice. Uh-oh, I can't see a damn thing. Travis Sanchez says, what is your favorite kind of cheese? With a generous super chat donation. Oop, back. I need to close one of my blinds because I have some real bad sun pollution coming in here, and I can barely see a damn thing that's on screen. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna fix this.
I can barely see what's on screen.
Yeah. You know what? I'm actually gonna take a brief jaunt over to the options menu and see if I can change the brightness.
I think that's God of options.
Just whack
So
this up to 100.
That was not Thor. That was Thor's son, Murphy.
Okay, real quick, I'm going to put this in the cart and then go and close my blinds. And this is not the dramatic tension that this scene really commands, but when you're running a janking setup like I am, there's only so much you can do. Okay, so I'm just going to leave this here and have fun.
Okay. So, chat, how do you want to break it?
Okay, cool. That's a little better, but that's pretty much all I can do. Now I can kind of see what's going on screen.
Yeah.
hopefully the brightness settings are able to fix that as well. And everyone in chat, if you want to ask us a question about mythology or about history, whether you want a super chat, donate, or otherwise, feel free to. We can't guarantee that we'll be able to get to all of them, but we will do our best, and I'll try to stop knocking my what's it called, microphone off of the table. Alrighty. I also like that Kratos is very impatiently pacing along in the elevator thingy. That's a good character moment, because it takes what's really a loading screen and turns it into some smart game design.
Yep. That is a super nice little character moment.
Freya! Open the door! We need your help!
Okay.
He could just kick it, but he's being very polite right now.
I know.
I'm still a god. Go away.
The boy has fallen ill!
Freya's the best.
Freya!
Yeah. Oh, by the way, chat, if you want us to answer a question, please do at Sarcastic Productions, and it'll show up in chat
The boy's true
when it's
nature, your
moving.
true
Oh, yeah.
nature fights within him.
Someone asks, who'd win in a fight, Ares or Athena? I'd say Athena, because if they have even the slightest bit of prep time, she can just out-strategize him and find a way to get him to beat himself up, honestly.
It's not very hard. He does that. He gets beat up all the time in the myths, even by not the smartest of the gods.
The realm of the dead. Do you know it?
Not this one.
It is a land of unyielding cold. Fires cannot burn there, and no magic in all the 9 realms can create a blaze. As for the dead, your frost arrows
are
will be
we
useless.
getting
Need to find something else.
fetch quested into Helheim now?
You bet your ass we're getting fetch quested into Helheim.
Motherfucker!
Yep. Yeah.
Stay buried.
Prince Nicholas Valenti says, also, what vid is next? After Red had an excellent video on Aphrodite come out the other day, which, like, oh man, that's like in my top list of Red's videos. Next week we have a big collaboration all about the Bronze Age, which if you've been following Twitter and the channel tab, community posting whatnots, that'll be really fun. I'm doing a video on Mesopotamia, basically Bronze Age origins up to the collapse of the Akkadian / Sumerian empires. Basically everything before Babylon, because that's its own topic and I didn't want to get into that. It's also not quite Bronze Age, because Babylon starts in the Bronze Age and then ends after it. But Mesopotamia is going to be really fun, looking forward to it, as well as working with 10 other excellent YouTube channels to make this big collaboration happen.
You were right to
Awesome. I'm
distrust
looking
him.
forward to that in a lot.
No need to explain.
Vern also asks, question, in the Poetic Edda video, Loki has a mug saying world's best horse mom. Have you ever explained that? And if not, please do.
Okay.
Yeah, what's the deal with the horse mom thing? Because I, like, sort of know, but don't know specifically.
Yeah, this is a story from the prose action. It's not in the Poetic Edda, but Red referenced it. But according to Snorri Sturluson, early on in the Age of the Gods, when they were still building up Asgard,
As you wish.
they hired a smith to build the walls of Asgard.
Oops.
And the deal was that Loki was the one who pushed hardest for this deal. Was he can have no other aid except that of his horse, and he has to build it in 3 seasons. If he does, he gets the sun, moon, and gets to marry Freya. And the horse Svalbard is magical, and the smith is a mountain giant. So he goes and he nearly succeeds. And the gods get super scared because they don't want to give up Freya the sun or the moon. And so they go and sit on their council, and they all blame Loki because he was the one who made them want to do the thing in the first place. So Loki goes, no, I'll fix this. turns into a mare and distracts Snugglepotty the horse for an entire night, therefore putting the giant far enough behind schedule that he's not going to finish. And then Thor comes back at the very end and beats the giant into a bloody pulp, because that's what Thor does. But
as Thor's want to do, yeah.
Sometime later, Loki gives birth to a horse. Sleipnir, Odin's eight-legged horse. That's the entire story.
Nice. What's going on screen right now, speaking of Athena from earlier, is basically long backstory from the earlier God of War games, 2 and 3 especially. Athena and Kratos have a love-hate relationship where he killed her once and probably wishes he could kill her again, because a lot of the stuff that goes down in the later games is kind of her fault-ish, sort of, unclear. But a lot of the tormenting that he gets from the gods in God of War's 2 and 3, where he's haunted by the visions of his wife and daughter's death, which was his fault, is sort of implied to be Athena basically messing with Kratos to keep him in line and keep him doing favors for her, which is pretty messed up, but also makes for good character development. So you see stuff like this where he's just sitting on this boat with the world on fire around him, trying to get down this river to go save Boy. A couple super chat donations from Zimzam saying, love the videos, $5 for your content, thank you very much. Red is unfortunately not here. She's busy right now with other stuff. Adam is being a very good sport by putting up with my really weird stream timing. I was like, hey Adam, you want to do a stream today? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. But Cyan may be dropping by in a bit. She's in the chat. So everyone say hello to Cyan. Athena did nothing wrong. Well, normally Athena did nothing wrong, says Cyan, but in this game, she did wrong. Not that Kratos is like the good guy, but like Athena pulls some icky stuff. She's kind of closer to her characterization in oh god, what's his name? Who's the poet? Euripides, who gets everyone's characterization weird and makes Agamemnon the hero in one of the plays. She's portrayed as very duplicitous and basically conniving for her own benefit, basically like a Machiavellian parody almost. And that's sort of the version of Athena that you get in God of War, where she's just in it for herself and willing to manipulate people however she needs to make that happen. Let's see. Let's turn around so we can not get killed. Travis Sanchez says, Blue, I'm a history major and taking a Roman history class, but I haven't reached Octavian. Where did Octavian meet and grow up with Marcus Agrippa? That would be basically right around the turn of the millennium, near Jesus o'clock. Basically in the 40s and 30s BC, after Caesar gets 23 big oofs to the chest. But that is honestly the best part of Roman history, is just Agrippa being the ultimate badass, because like Caesar's cool, Augustus is cool, but Agrippa is just, oh man, he's fun, he's the best. He's like single-handedly responsible for making Augustus's strategies of keeping Rome, a viable entity, even slightly, possible. Big ups to Agrippa for keeping Rome in one place, and it's nice that his pantheon still stands. Oh, Adam, did you poof out? Oh no, call failed. Wait, hold on. Oh no, wait, Adam. Bad time to drop out of the stream. Oh no, come on. Just giving Adam a quick ring. Uh-oh. Let's just let this character moment happen while we're waiting for my incredibly janky setup to become slightly less janky. Listen to that sweeping orchestra come in to beat the shit out of everyone in Midgard. Oh yeah, Adam, sorry, we lost you there, but you're back? Adam? Adam. Can't hear you, buddy. Uh-oh. No, call failed. Okay. I really tried. And here's just some excellent fucking framing right here.
Spartan, put as much distance between you and the truth as you want. It changes nothing. Pretend to be everything you are not. Teacher, husband, father.
Oof, that got his attention. Adam, can you hear me?
Time the charm?
There we go, here we are. Alright, Adam's back, everybody.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
cannot change.
I'm not sure what happened there. It was just my whole internet flickered and everything broke.
That happens.
I know.
Did you still get the stream, or do I need to give you a quick recap?
No longer.
No, I missed a little bit of it. We're trying to sort out the call, but looks like we just went in and picked up the weapons from the last game.
Yep. Athena's talking shit in your ear. She says you're a monster. He says, I know, but not your monster. And this is just the best part of the game, where you get to mow down fools.
Oh no, this is gonna... That's a lot of revenue. Well, what do I got?
And it's cool because from a gameplay perspective, they give you a fight with these guys where you have to beat them up with your own fists, because the axe does nothing. But now you can just run right in and wreck shop
Oh yeah,
with
these
this
are
thing.
the ice ones, aren't they?
Yep. Oh, we got another super chat donation from. Let me just duck and weave and read this chat. What's the greatest historical travesty in your opinion? Also, how are you today? From Silent Tremor. Greatest historical travesty. There are a lot, honestly.
There's a lot of them.
There's a lot. I think I would put the Fourth Crusade up there in terms of like the Byzantine perspective, just because basically they were doing great, and then they got a bout of real bad luck, which pretty much tanked them for good. But in terms of like bringing Greek ideas into Europe through Venice, ultimately not terrible overall. Even if it was pretty bad for the Byzantines, so that's kind of iffy. The Library of Alexandria is obviously bad, but it's... There we go. Nice. Look at these swords. Oh, this is so much fun. But it's not like the single moment that lost all of our classical knowledge forever, because there's still so much stuff that we knew throughout... those blades, there we go. That we knew throughout history in Roman libraries and Greek libraries afterwards, even after Caesar kind of torched a little bit of the... Ooh. Yeah, that looks fun. Let's just waste all the money on Earth on this stuff here.
Oh yes. By the way, there was a really interesting question way back in chat before I got disconnected, but I don't remember who it was, but asked what's the actual difference between like Jotnar and elves and the gods and all of those. The main answer is that the gods cheat more. There's actually some really interesting work by Kirsten Hastrup on it. That does seem to be the main difference, is that the gods we're biased towards them because the stories follow them, and they otherwise they don't tend to engage in fair trade with the outer pieces of existence nearly as much, and past that there's not really a qualitative difference between gods and Jotnar.
Gotcha. Now we are running back through this little pocket portal here to the big middle temple thingy.
Okay, we finally have fast travel.
Sort of. We can fast travel back to Brock's shop, but we can't go from Brock's shop to anywhere else. It's all basically back to the hub. It's later in the game that we get fast travel from anywhere to anywhere.
Okay.
This is funny. I love, what's his name's, oh, what was the circle button for? No, come back. I love Mimir's little snarky comments, like, yeah,
Yeah.
Athena, who else?
Of course.
I like the idea that he just knows all of the gossip that's been happening over in Greece. It's like, oh yeah, you know, guy who destroyed the world, that's you. Nice.
Cool. Good
What was
job.
it like killing your dad? No questions, head. Nope. Through the portal. There we go.
What? Hey! You reek of foreign magic! Sweet nanas nethers. What are those?
Oh, Cyan is texting me saying that people want to know your favorite mythology. Who specifically Norse is your favorite has shown up a lot. I think Freya's pretty dope. I mean, my perspective's pretty colored by this game. But Thor, if we're talking like MCU Norse mythology, is I feel like an obvious answer for a lot of people. But I think Freya's pretty cool. Loki's just fun. My hot theory for what the Loki television show on Disney streaming service is going to be is just Loki solving crimes that at the end of the episode he realizes are all his fault in the first place. That's my hot theory, but Freya's cool. Odin, I like the whole thing about like losing an eye to gain like more divine and ethereal wisdom and sight. I think that's a cool little switch around, nice and symbolic. But favorite mythologies? I mean, I'm a slut for Hellenism. I like my home team, as it were. But Mayan, everything that Red tells me about Mayan mythology makes me more interested by it because it's just so hardcore. The corn god is a flayed god because corn is a thing that you like peel. So it's just all kinds of messed up. We think about like drawing out everything to its logical conclusion. So everything makes sense. It's just like hardcore as heck, which is pretty dope. Japanese mythology I want to know more about, but I just know so little of it off the bat.
Yeah. To answer Mike, the question for me with Norse gods, I am very much a fan of Vidar Odinson, the god of vengeance and shoemakers.
Nice. Good flex. I like that.
Yep.
Alfheim? Helheim. And for those of you who are even slowly interested in God of War by the fact that you're watching this video, I recommend you watch God of War Dad Jokes with Christopher Judge. It's super funny. He's doing dad jokes just in the Kratos voice. Very entertaining. And it's funny just watching him break character and laugh, because he's like, yeah, he's Chris Judge. He's a human tank, but also he's such a sweetheart, and it's nice just seeing that side of him. John Radical says, are there any societies that ripped off other cultures' myths aside from Rome borrowing Greece's entire mythology? Rome actually borrowed a lot other than Greece. Pretty much everywhere they went that was in the Mediterranean, well, including the Mediterranean in the case of Egypt, they basically said, oh yeah, Isis, that's basically Venus. That's they're the same. We can make it work. The goddess Minerva and the Celtic goddess Sulis were syncretized into the same person because, as far as Rome was concerned, if we can basically make everyone the same, then they'll worship us, you know, regardless. And we can say, hey, yeah, your gods are our gods. It's chill, which is one of the nice things that Rome did in their big empire building. They could have been way more of assholes about it, but luckily they weren't.
Yep. Who is it that... I think it's Caesar in De Bello Gallico has a whole section on Druid myth that just said like the chief Celtic god is just Hermes.
Is this the bridge Freya spoke of?
Or Mercury.
No, we're still on the realm travel bridge. We're after the bridge of the Damned.
So that's
The
pretty
dead use it to cross
normal.
into their permanent home.
A couple questions. Zimzam asks, hey, Blue, you ever plan on covering alternate history? Whoops, I should watch where I'm going. No, because, well, alternate history is fun. You know, outside of the realm of some of the stuff that potential history does, like why the Nazis never could have won the Second World War, just like the country that Germany was is fundamentally a country that could not have won given the realities of the combat theater they were into. And that's a whole other can of worms. But he deals with it very well. Alternate history of like what if the Roman Empire never fell is, you know, outside of channels like Real Life Lore who look at it as like, okay, if we just take the borders at its height, what's the population density, what's the approximate GDP? Oh hey, that would be Cyan. Give me a minute. I'll be right back.
does anyone have any questions for me while Blue is fetching Cyan?
But outside of the realm of alternate history, in terms of like looking at what the world is like now and what would the Roman Empire be, what would the Ottoman Empire be if you just kind of re-put all the borders together, it's kind of hard to do alternate history in an academic way without just kind of making stuff up. But without staying on this one part of the Helheim Bridge too long, Cyan, say hi. Cyan's here, everybody. What we lose in red, we make up for with Cyan.
I don't know if I'm going to pick up on your headphone mic.
Oh, right. The problem is, in the process of setting up the stream today, the projector actually isn't putting out any volume.
Huh.
So, you take it. I've heard this game before. I don't need to know exactly what's going on.
Where's the other one? There's two of them.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. Okay. There's okay, so now we're each wearing a headphone. Sorry, this setup is super wacky. If you can't hear Adam, we can make him louder, but this is... Okay. I'm trying here. Apologies, everybody, but here we are. Okay. Joseph Purcell with 11 Californian dollars says, "Hey Blue, love the content."
Canadian, right?
No, I know. It's a meme at this point. You and Red's videos have gotten me through some hard times, so I want to show you some extra gratitude. Also, excluding Venice, what past civilization would you want to lead? Ooh, that's a good question. I would... leading Venice would be great. Leading Florence would be similar, but like way more complicated because the Florentines can never seem to organize themselves well enough to. Sorry, ghosts. Florence can never seem to organize themselves well enough to keep their city on straight. But I don't know. I'd love to run Athens for a little bit and not be an idiot about it. Of course, everyone in history is dumb and making bad decisions except me. I would do it, right? So, I mean, kind of arbitrary wish fulfillment. But I don't know, Cyan, who would you be in charge of if you had to run a civilization? We were sort of talking about this yesterday. That well, sort of. We were having tea at the library.
Oh no, we were discussing that as a female, I wouldn't have a chance to run most civilizations.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything that would allow me to have some semblance of power was pretty up there on the list.
Yeah, you can be a badass leader of like an Iroquois kind of tribe.
I couldn't specifically, but like
I mean, like
we're in the
pending time travel. Yeah,
pending time travel, and also me being in that part of the world. Then yes.
Oh, okay, dickhead.
You actually got another super chat as well.
Oh.
It's from Travis Sanchez.
Oh yeah, Travis.
Yeah, if Rome liked / appreciated antiquity religions, then why did they have issues with Judaism and by extension Christianity, which drew back very far?
Okay, good question. I can sort of speak to the Judaism one, and I can speak to the Christianity one a little bit. Okay, dickhead. Let's play a game called I'm gonna chop your fucking legs off. Okay, this is not. Okay, there's a move to get rid of that guy's shield, and I don't know what it is. I'm going to look at the my skills real quick. I will answer that question in a second.
Also, Dermot Sawyer just wants you to notice him
sometime. I can take some of that question while you're doing that.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah, so the big problem with Judaism and Christianity for the Romans is the idea that the Roman Emperor is a god.
Oh, yeah.
The cult of the deified emperor was very much a thing, and Judaism and Christianity were like, nah, they can't be. That makes them cause a bit of an ideological problem in a way that other ones don't. In addition to the fact that they had a bad tendency of being fairly violent protesters, but from a purely religious standpoint, other polytheistic religions are way easier to join together than a polytheistic and a monotheistic religion.
Okay, this is embarrassing. I cannot kill this man.
Avoid the shield.
I know, but like...
Just go under it.
I can't!
Why not? Blame.
It auto-locks onto his torso.
So then try to double hit him. Hit from one side, hit from the other, like flank him. Can you not do that?
This is
But one of the other things is that all Roman temples were fundamentally, there we go.
See?
There, thank you, Cyan. Saving my life once again. Is that Roman temples were all open and a lot of the services were performed outside, but Jewish temples were usually closed-door services, and non-Jews weren't usually allowed inside. So talk of the town was, what are those Jewish people doing in the temples with doors closed? Are they plotting to overthrow the Roman Empire? The obvious next logical step. So that was just a huge source of paranoia, because if they're different from you, they must be terrible. And that line of thought has clearly never stuck around. But
Oh, Adam, some people want to know if you are actually Odin because your name also has 4 letters.
But Odin doesn't have 4 letters. Odin has 5 letters.
Oh, there you go. To all the people out there.
O-M-I-N-N.
I mean, gosh, guys, like, come on, where did you learn to count? But with the Christianity, not only was it single god versus multi-gods, but with syncretizing what we're talking about with like Sulis Minerva and Isis becoming Venus, it's cool when other people like their own gods and your gods, but when other people only like their own gods and don't play ball with the Roman religion, that's bad. And that's what Jewish culture did, that's what Christian culture did, which is why they were so commonly basically given the short end of the stick, because, whoops, okay, dickhead. Because they wouldn't participate with the Roman stuff. Because like Judaism, the whole deal is like, you will have no other gods before me. Like, it's pretty clear, so you can't just casually pay lip service to, Venus and Jupiter, while also, being devoted to your boy Elohim. So it just didn't jive.
The Romans were cool with you doing whatever you wanted as long as you also did whatever they wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
That is the truth.
The warriors who die in
This is really fun having you on stream. This is great.
Yeah,
I'm glad it
I
worked
know.
out.
It works out when it's weekends because I don't have class
Yeah.
on weekends.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
those dead
there
of
we go.
disease, mishap, age.
Oh, someone was looking
Travis
for your
Sanchez
insurance.
wanted to know how you pronounce Iceland. It's a little more complicated than how I just said it. Depends on if you're using modern Icelandic or reconstructed Old Norse. Modern Icelandic, it's Aesir. Reconstructed Old Norse, it's Asir.
Okay. Similar to, I guess, the way that, old languages between, ancient Greek and modern Greek, like Latin and Italian are different entities, but as with ancient and modern Greek and with, old and reconstructed Icelandic, I can see how, pronunciations would kind of shift with time, because there's a whole thing in modern Greek that basically every vowel makes an E sound, which is annoying as shit when you're trying to read modern Greek after learning ancient for like a year. But, oh well, that's life. Oh, what's this?
Sum up mythology in a sentence or two, such as in Greek, Zeus cheated again.
That, oh gosh.
What other mythology could you sum up like that?
I can take,
Loki did it.
yeah, Loki's fault. Or it's like,
Loki did it, or Thor hit giants.
yeah. I'm trying to think of, oh god, what's Taika Waititi's character in Thor Ragnarok's name? Not Kronk. It's, oh my god, what's his name?
Gosh.
I'm blanking.
What is it?
Yeah, him, that, gosh. Why, oh man, Austin's gonna kill me.
Why is Austin gonna kill you?
Try help us, Korg.
Korg. I was close with Kronk. But Korg is like, you must have had a really special relationship with that Hema, yeah? That's another one.
Kronk is Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah, I was off.
Oh.
I was far off. Egypt. I did it with my sister again. That is accurate. Now, over there, if you're thinking, that's looks like it's going to be a boss, if you're the God of War development team about a year and a half before this game comes out, you were also thinking that, but bosses are expensive, so we got a troll.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah.
Yep. It looks so cool, though.
It does look so cool, and I am certain that he's going to be a boss in a future game, because...
You have to double press LR1.
LR1. Maybe. Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
No, we just get another troll.
Yep.
Big ass troll.
Oh god. Uh-oh. I forgot about that.
There's another one.
What's the name of this guy?
Second roll.
That's nice.
Let's get angry.
Rage mode. I saw Patrick in the comments, so who knows what.
Oh, nice.
This guy's name.
Hi, Patrick. Everyone say hi to Patrick. Oh, shit.
Say to Patrick, but don't die while you're doing it.
I got myself into a big bind trying to look at the chat while getting into a fight. I was attacking a flower pot a little bit before you showed up.
Flower pot?
Yeah, I thought I knew where I was going, and I just did not. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Other mythologies summarized in a sentence. For the Aztec religion, or the Aztec mythology, you can say, hey, we've got a new son. And that seems to be a common occurrence.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do I get health?
Oh.
Come on, give me health, give me health, give me health. There we go.
Now you've got little minions. Who are apparently bad at standing?
Yeah.
By the way, this guy's name is
Yeah.
the Mighty Son of Hell.
That's dope. That's really cool. Uh-oh.
Oop.
Ow.
You know the goal is not to
Travis
get hurt.
Sanchez asked, why didn't Freya make Mistletoe not be able to kill her baby boy? Two things for that. Firstly, according to story, it's Frigg. Freya. Freya's not married to Odin in the Prose Edda. That's not a thing.
Hey guys, let's just remember that there's a spoiler ban, so please don't do that. Carry on.
Yep. But the other part of that is it's been interpreted as a representation of feuding, and that Mistletoe was literally too young to legally be able to make oaths like that. And therefore, by being too young to actually make the oath, and the only thing too young to make that oath, some scholars have argued that it's representative of how children of people involved with the feud can grow up to enact vengeance even after a settlement has been reached, because it doesn't apply to them because they were too young when the oaths were done.
Huh. Oh, okay. That shows up a lot in Greek myths too, the way that that kind of blood oaths and blood feuds work. Okay, we're getting close on this guy, and I tell you, that's the perks of playing on easy mode, is you really don't have to try all that much. You
keep almost dying.
I know, I do. But I'm bad at video games.
Oh, it would be really funny watching me try to play this, because it would be even worse.
Uh-oh.
Where'd he go? Over there.
There he goes again.
Oh, someone was looking for you while you were in Florence, apparently.
Oh, I put out the thing on Twitter, it's like, hey, I'm gonna be in Florence. Anyone gonna be in Florence? And a bunch of people are like, do you mean Florence XYZ American States? I'm like, no, I don't, sorry. Like, the real one. It would have been fun to do a meetup, but, oh well. Actually, on that note, if anyone's gonna be in London next week, hit me up, because I'm gonna be in London next week. I'm visiting my old roommate. Oh, can I not? Oh, okay, he's still there. Oh, here we go.
Stab him.
Actually, this is gonna be punching and crushing.
Naturally. Whew. Speaking of Roman Christianity, do you have plans to expand/redo your video on the Byzantine Empire?
You bet. My old Byzantine video is terrible, and I will be fixing it. But I need to get through the Roman Empire first. So I'm actually going to try and get back on that train in the spring, because I let it sit after doing way too much on Augustus over the summer. So I'm going to try to get back to the timeline and tackle the Roman Empire in basically parts 1, parts 2. And then, oh, look at that bird. That was supposed to be a boss. Oh, man. It's going to be cool.
Also, no, not London, Canada. Thank you to the people in the chat.
You're just being edgy. You know what I'm talking about. You're just being annoying. Oh, gosh.
He looks so sad.
He is. He's a big mad, but really underneath it, he's just a big sad.
Oh, he's a cinnamon bun.
Kratos was the real victim all along.
Kratos is just a big bloody cinnamon
He
bun.
just needs to learn to control his feelings. Oh god. Oh yeah, this is real squidgy. Oh geez, those were cracked ribs.
Also, yes, hi, this is Cyan, this is not Red. Red is off living her life because she can't always pop in all the time.
She's hanging out at a con.
And also, no, not London, Texas, or Ohio. You all know what he means.
Keep trying. Just go to the one that matters. The one with the Empire. I don't hide my biases and pretensions on this channel. I make it very clear what I like. I know what I'm about. I'm sorry if that is not conducive to being nice to small cities named after bigger cities, but oh man, he is covered in squidge.
Also, not London, Uzbekistan.
I'm gonna look this up after the stream if there's a London in Uzbekistan. Oh hey, who's that? Whoever could it be that Kratos has lingering issues about?
Daddy issues or just normal issues?
Your father was Zeus?
For Zeus, daddy issues are normal issues.
Okay, there we go.
What is that place?
Never go there. Understand?
Don't go to the big bird because we didn't build it.
Yep.
If you walk behind the bird, you'll see where all of the world clips out of existence.
It's just another
Skybox.
known for torturing its inhabitants with their own past. We should focus on...
So is that the entirety of the fetch quest too?
Yeah, that was the entirety of the fetch quest. It's very underwhelming because it was supposed to be way more than that. Great content. Keep it up, says Edward Schruman. Thank you, Edward.
Also, Clayton just gives us $1.
Thank you, Clayton. That is very nice of you.
Why does everyone think Red and I sound so similar? This must just be a mic thing, because we do not in real life.
No, not at all. For one, Red talks at the speed of light.
I just don't speak English very well, apparently.
He's supposed to be here.
Brock,
It's cold.
what are you doing here?
Quick, give me your blades. Why? I said I'd help you and I aim to.
Was Zeus ever actually good dad to any of his kids, says Travis Sanchez. With the exception of Hercules, I don't really think so.
Are we talking like movie Hercules or?
Honey, you mean Huncules.
Where's my soul? Hercules out of-
No, we'll get demonetized. But I don't think Zeus is ever actually a good
Target the
dad.
magic glowing bit with your blades. Phew.
Target the MacGuffin to get the power to unlock the doors, because that's how Metroidvanias do.
Yes.
Wow.
Push.
Woot.
I sometimes wonder if there was once some sort of accident in the rain.
I'm colorblind, that's why you two sound similar. Oh, that's rough.
That is funny. That is like next level punning right there. I like that. That's good. Whoops. Nope. Sorry. This is my gut reflex to accidentally beat up civilians in God of War games because
Also D&D games.
also D&D games. For those of you who watched the God of War 3 500,000 viewers OSPlays, I kept on accidentally killing civilians because they don't make it easy to avoid them.
Travis Sanchez wants you to come to London, Texas, part of the Texas Empire.
The Texas Empire. Ooh. One day, a long time ago, and then never again, but keep dreaming.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm being way too harsh on Texas. Texas is cool. I really want to go to Austin. Seems like a really nice place. I want to go see the Rooster Teeth people and just look outside the building like, yeah, that's where Bernie is. And then just walk away, because I'm not someone who works for Rooster Teeth.
Zeus was your father.
Not now.
OSP trying to
Not
find
now.
a multicolored ninja army.
Hey, you laugh, but that's the goal.
We're getting there.
We're building up a steady army of people who know us in real life and tolerate us enough to to be our minions.
That's what we do.
One of the jokes from the God of War dad jokes video was, "Why do they put a gate on Helheim, boy? Because people were dying to get in." And then Chris Judge just starts laughing hysterically because that's a really funny joke. And then, very soon, we will get this, whatever we got, back to Boy. Oh! Hey, buddy.
Where's Boy?
He's just chilling there. Let's mess you up.
Fire sword.
Uh-oh.
I keep asking about, wanted to ask about Sir Even, which is weird since, you know, he's a Irish invention that got buried into Cretan the 12th. Chivalric romances that got translated into Norse in the 13th century. And I know nothing else about Sir Even.
I know nothing at all. I don't even recognize that name.
Yeah, he's one of the minor-ish. Supposedly the son of Morgan Le Fay.
Oh, okay.
But just one of the knights of the Round Table.
Gotcha.
Just keep running through Dead Souls, that's fine.
Steal the Winds of Hell.
Any chance of you streaming the new Resident Evil?
Not a chance in Hellheim. Absolutely not. One, not only is there nothing historically, mythologically relevant to dig into, two, I'm a giant wuss, and I would not have fun with that. Because as silly as Mr. X is, that's enough to give me nightmares. And I don't flex like that. That's not what I'm about. That way. Unfortunately, not double jumping because they nerfed him when he got to the Norselands.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
What is this?
Travis Sanchez with a crazy good question. Why do you think Norse mythology had a resurgence? What about Norse mythology do you think speaks to modern culture?
Ooh. Oh, this would be
It's an awesome question.
a big question.
I want to know what you guys think about that before I give my thoughts.
Okay, I think I need more time to think about this right off. But I'm also definitely not qualified to give like a fancy proper answer. Where am I supposed to put this thing? A proper answer to this question because I only know so much about Norse mythology.
Put in that like giant fire dish.
That's the fire dish I was accidentally hitting earlier. Or no, I was hitting a different one. But I need to find a oh gosh, this is molto confusando. I'm going to take a second and try and figure out this puzzle. But what is it about Norse mythology that has been really relevant in the modern day? I think it probably starts with, from my understanding, the MCU is probably the biggest touchstone for me with Norse myths, and I think with a lot of other people as well, but I know that's definitely not the only part of it. I'm trying to think of what the big, like, cultural landmarks of Norse mythology in our, modern landscape have been. Like, you've got your God of Wars, you've got your MCUs with your Thors and whatnots, but I'm trying to think of what other big things to point to there are. Oh, that's where I gotta go. Red would be helpful here, because she's good at this kind of like drawing connections between things mythologically. But
Yeah.
I don't know, Adam, do you have any thoughts?
Little references in like a bunch of different anime, but a lot of them are just borrowing the names and not actually doing anything with them. So that's a fairly irrelevant point of comparison, I think, for this.
Where's this? No, man, I'm really bad at
You
this.
done goofed it, Aaron.
I done goofed. This was the giant flower pot that I was attacking earlier.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. So yeah, my thoughts on that is that firstly, Norse myths never were unpopular. Like, since they were created, they have never been truly unpopular.
Yeah.
Because there was a huge resurgence in the 17th century that came from that kind of stems in nationalism, and a lot of it in the 18th and 19th century is really strong nationalism. I wanting to, if not,
Nope. Darn it.
kind of deconstruct globalism, Hellenism, find the environment.
Someone says inside the circle, Blue.
Oh, inside the circle. Thank you. Ow.
Find the quote-unquote German heritage. That went really problematically. But that's where a lot of it actually comes from.
Aha, thank you.
And then the MCU actually it shows up as basically a response to that, as like an anti-fascist response.
Okay.
Of a sort. It's a little complicated. There's a really nice book by Jörg Helgeson that came out recently that would recommend to anyone who's interested in hearing more about its use in modern culture, from Marvel to black metal or Viking metal or any of those genres of music to many other things. It's called Echoes of Valhalla. I will drop it in chat for.
And speaking of metal, that does make sense because I was watching. I didn't actually watch it, but I saw a video from the channel Geography Now, which is a fun channel if you like learning about countries. That talked about metal bands throughout the world, and Scandinavia has by far the largest assortment of metal bands by population density on Earth, and it's pretty awesome to look at.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try to.
Oh, so your mom says hi.
Oh, hi, Mom. Can I make this? Can I make this? Can I make this? I can't make this. Nope. Ah, okay. There's another one that I'm clearly missing. I'm bad at this game. Oh, someone says, let's see. Wander of Weapons says, thoughts on streaming Shin Megami Tensei or Persona? Thought it'd be perfect for you to stream after God of War since both series have so much mythology in it. Maybe I'm not familiar with Shin Megami Tensei. I know it exists, but I don't really know what it's about. Persona, I thought was about kids in high school. I mean, granted, like I haven't played it, so I wouldn't like really know.
Mythological kids in high school.
Maybe I wouldn't know.
I mean, Persona is Shin Megami Tensei. It's a spin-off from Shin Megami Tensei.
Ah,
so
okay.
It actually is.
There you are. Okay.
Has a lot of demons, and basically is like the ultimate example of Japanese use of myth.
Okay, cool.
Where they're borrowing the names for things, but does it better than most of them, and actually has them refer to something related to what the name came from.
Huh.
Down the stairs.
Yeah.
Ow, man.
Why do you need the fire?
Yeah, I need to throw it over there.
Oh, that's rough, buddy.
Yeah, it is. Oh, wait. Aha. I wasn't too slow. I was just too stupid.
Wow.
That's the other thing, is playing video games that I'm not familiar with is a big can of worms, because I'm really bad at them, so I wouldn't want to just bash my head against a wall like this, but for the entire course of a game. There we go. Oh, that was just for a chest? Oh, gosh.
That's a big chest, though.
Red
is not here.
But Milhouse Sigo says, Red, once you finish Journey to the West, any chance you would tackle the Mahabharata? Here's the funny thing about that. The Journey to the West is infinite. It doesn't end. It just goes on forever. They're still writing more chapters as we speak. But no, Red does have some plans to dip into the Mahabharata, or at least the Bhagavad Gita on a smaller, more self-contained scale. But Journey to the West is sticking around. I think Red said she's only like a quarter of the way through it.
Yeah.
Even with all the work that she's put into it, and even after cutting a decent amount of stuff too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brock.
But yes, I'm not Red. Sorry, friends.
Dope. All right, so
just cyan. It's fine.
We're going to go back to Boy and give him the MacGuffin so that he can be not sick,
Give him the
and then that'll be about that next story beat taken care of.
Who's Orange?
Okay.
Orange? I don't know. Adam was auburn, and then he was purple.
Then I was yellow. Thinking about yellow for a while, and then I was gray, and then I was someone just called me amber before, At this point,
Gotcha.
I've been like most of the other colors except orange.
Naturally.
Yeah. Asgard, wait a minute. Where's come on.
So it's kind of related, but I have heard rumors that General Patton, World War II, whose Second Army, if I'm not wrong, believed in the Nordic pantheon. Do you know anything about this? Also, I kind of wanted to see you flip you a bit and be responsible.
Yeah, Shorty444, thank you. That's an insane amount of money. That is extremely generous. Cyanid's like, I wanted to see you flip. Like, flip about what? Oh shit! That's what I get for looking at the. That's what I get for looking at the screen. But thank you. That is that's nuts.
I know if I read it,
gosh.
you'd look down eventually.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I will invest that responsibly in stocks with Enron. That'll get me a return on investment. That's going to set me up good
or
for
buy
life.
groceries. You could just buy groceries.
Or I could buy so many groceries. Think of all the tubs of Ben & Jerry's ice cream. I can make a fort out of it. But
Patrick can be orange.
let's see. It's kind of related, but General Patton believed in the Nordic pantheon. Do you know anything about this? I don't, unfortunately. Sorry that I can't really give you an answer for that question. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was kind of like something in the back of his mind, because you see a lot of stuff like, not that I'm taking Captain America 2 as a historical source, but it's not the only place where you see some guy wants to try and get some, semi-divine power. You see a lot of stuff, like History Channel type history, like, Hitler wanted to try and find the Ark and use its power, Indiana Jones type shit. So it's enough of a kind of like mythologized history type thing where, in writing fiction it comes up a lot. But I don't know if there's any like historically attributed evidence of that. I can't imagine it's anything more than like, oh, wouldn't it be nice if we found something while we were liberating the Scandinavians? We could use that and just beat them up with the might of Thor. You can imagine the Germans during the Blitz are thinking, I wonder if King Arthur is going to come and save us now, because this sure seems like greatest moment of need. Maybe he'll show up to stop Brexit from happening. Ooh, political. Have fun with that one, chat. What am I supposed to be doing?
I don't know, but my stream closed, so hopefully I don't drop out the call again.
Well, you're here for now.
Oh, shortcut between realms.
Oh yeah, but Patrick offered to be orange.
Oh, cool. We can make that work.
Juggalo Kid said that I am confirmed to be the Rainbow Bridge, and I love it.
Wait a minute. Is this... Oh, why is this Alfheim? God. Ugh.
You went the wrong way.
I pressed triangle to return to Midgard.
Exit.
I'm just a dumbass.
But yeah, I can't find anything about General Patton believing in Norse mythology. He did seem to, however, compete in the Olympics, which is pretty neat.
Oh, that shortcut between realms. Okay. I know what I'm doing now.
The pink one?
Yeah. I need to go through and use the, Hold up. Alright. I'm gonna make this work, and then we're gonna get back to boy, and then we'll be good.
That's reassuring.
But what even was the MacGuffin we were trying to get from Helheim? Because we got the winds.
We were trying to get some, she'll explain it. I really forgot. It's MacGuffin-y. It was basically, you need an excuse to get your blades back, so go to Helheim.
Go to Helheim.
Yeah. But Patton, I don't know. I feel like...
He said your answer was very good in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Which you didn't see, but...
I did not see that, but I think it's kind of neat that in the myriad stories of conflicts throughout world history, there's always someone who's thinking, I wonder if we can unlock the power of the gods to smite our enemies. But I don't think there's a whole lot more to it.
Yeah. I have no idea. Because ideologically, the myth is just so complicated and so hard to trace, except for when they explicitly write it down, that following a very scattered trail of breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
Close enough.
We must hurry.
But
Where is boy? There's boy.
Sanchez keeps with the good questions. He says Odin just kind of shows up and disappears randomly in Volsunga Saga. Was this common for his character in Nordic Germanic tales? Yes. Very much so.
Odin's a flake.
Odin shows up under several different names in Volsunga Saga. He shows up at the beginning as the founder of the line. He shows up to give Sigmund his sword and then break the sword. He shows up to get Sigurd the horse Grani. He shows up before as a person called Fjolnir to help Sigurd go avenge Sigmund's death. And then he doesn't show up anymore. But yeah, he just shows up everywhere, and that's true in all the entire genre of sagas that Volsunga Saga fits in, where he will often show up as a farmer or as a guide person in the advice, and their heroes will sometimes listen to them and sometimes say, "No, fuck you. I am stronger than you. I have to make my own decisions. I don't need to listen to you." And that usually doesn't go well.
Yeah, that, I feel like that kind of I can do whatever I want mentality usually doesn't get you far in a mythological world with people who can basically take away your agency or your life at a moment's notice.
Yeah, that's right.
Real quick.
Both Saga Kaka feels fairly well. He only dies in battle 15 years later.
John Radical says, I got an idea for a next game to consider streaming. How about Dante's Inferno? The game, it would definitely has some inaccuracies, but also some historical content. I don't even know if it's on PlayStation 4, but Dante's Inferno is the kind of thing where it's like good bad, and then it's just bad from everything that I've heard about it. So maybe something worth considering, but I'm not sure it would actually be fruitful to discuss. It might just turn into generic howl rather than actually being able to comment on what's going on in.
It was released for PlayStation 3.
Yeah, PlayStation 3, no dice. Sorry, man.
And PlayStation Portable, if anyone has that.
I feel like Freya said something about her and I was not paying attention.
Oh, neither was I. It's okay.
I think it was something. I saw something about a kid dying and then not being this kid, but yeah. I wasn't really paying that much attention either. Dante's Christmas.
Which makes me think that if I'm doing right, that Odin and Freya are married in this game, and then that's Baldur, and that they did that to that she made him invincible to try and protect, to fill her insecurities, and that has gone badly. Or this could be just a different other kid.
Friendship handshake.
That's, I don't know why that seems to be like the pervasive, not modern way to shake hands is like the forearm clasp.
It's the unbreakable vow.
Like, I know that some civilization did it, but I don't think all of them did it. Like, I've seen this from Greece to Rome to, like, that Jack Black movie, Year One, which is a deep pull that I don't know why came to mind to this, as people do that kind of handshake.
They do that in Harry Potter for the unbreakable vow.
Really? Oh, okay.
They did either that and then the...
Gotcha,
historical evidence that happens in Norse. Yeah, but it was a Norse thing either.
Isn't it? You figured that out, did you?
So, it's just generic other.
And I know that's not what's on the other side of the wall.
Boy picks up fast.
You are wise for once. Yes.
Who's saying that? I hear nothing, but okay, there we go. It's Freya.
Before that happened to an alpha, you can't leave Midgard, can you?
A gift from my former husband upon our separation.
Yeah, that's rough, buddy.
Why would Odin trap you in Midgard?
Petty cruelty would be reason enough for him, but as with all his rash decisions, he is driven by fear. The Vanir were the greatest threat to the Aesir until our marriage brokered peace. Many of the Vanir now think I betrayed them, the fruits of my sacrifice. To be hated by my own kind, to trap me here,
Look at this.
is
Wow.
to ensure I can never make it right.
Yikes. Travis Sanchez says, boy, why is fraud below murder in Dante's Inferno? Yeah, what Atreus said. That,
He was my first friend here in Midgard.
that's cute. Why is fraud below murder? Well, fraud in general is treated by
You sure have some interesting
separating it out into a million layers. I think that's why it's the Malabulge. But I think it's because, gosh, Bolja. That's Spanish. This is basically where the stream is going to end because next plot stuff happens next. But why would fraud be below murder? I'll have to ask Red what she thinks.
I suspect it's a commentary on the politics of the time.
Yeah.
Because Dante is super in favor of the Holy Roman Emperor and be the anti-pope. And one of the big things that the church was condoning at the point when it was written was usury. The ban and all the talk about it being awful came a little bit later.
Yeah.
And so I suspect that it's Dante being really salty.
No, that sounds about right, because while murder is, like, obviously a bad thing, it loops better into the same category as violence against God, violence against self, violence against, yada yada. But in terms of the problems of the church in Dante's day, and just the problems of the world, I think it's easier for him to say, like, look at all this fraud that's causing so many pervasive issues in the way that life is and politics be nowadays. So I can see why, yeah, you're right, Adam, given the way that he saw the setup of the world, that he would consider fraud in general as more broadly bad for society than murder. But with that, a good stopping point, because we could keep going, but this is a very nice logical stopping point. Actually, no, one more thing. There's a cutscene that I want to get, because I forgot that happens after this.
Oh, so you're going to just...
I'm going to go outside, and then, yeah.
Magical cutscenes.
Magical cutscenes. And then that'll be stream time.
So rudely interrupted us. We were just about to explore Tyr's vault.
Yep.
Yes.
And Tyr's vault will be next time.
That is plot.
Oh boy.
Sure you do, lad.
It's a nice self-contained little section.
I don't know. I guess we need a boat.
Okay.
A bigger boat? What? Wrong property.
Boy seems like he needs, like, a nap, or maybe
Boy seems sad. Yeah, he had a
just seems
sick
a little
nap.
bit
He needs
done.
he needs like a rest nap. But now the question is, what was making Boy sick in the first place? And that is something that we will address in a second. Or did Freya talk about that? I don't know. I could have missed that. That could have been what was going on when we were blathering about something else. I think
No idea.
she was saying that the reason he's sick is because he doesn't know who he is. Oops, no, never mind. Why are we going down? I'm
because
confused.
you didn't stop it from going down?
No, it's... Oh, there we
Because you
go.
need a boat.
That's... Yeah.
Sure.
There we go.
Someone did call a serpent earlier.
There we go. Oh, yeah, okay. Right, cool. But basically, Boy is sick because he doesn't know who he is.
You are quiet.
That
Not
is
better.
a
I guess.
I know you overheard my talk with Fred.
strange. Okay.
You think you understand, but you do not. Why do you say nothing?
You said I was cursed.
That's rough.
You think I'm weak because I'm not like you.
No, Boy, I said your name was Curtis. It's close, but different.
After all this, I thought maybe things were different.
You do not know everything, boy.
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 No. But at
Boy, is
least I
that
know
a
the
fool
truth.
of God.
Can zoom. Dramatic.
I'm a god, boy. From another land far from here.
Also a boy god.
Hear that God of War theme song creeping in.
I chose to live as a man. But the truth is,
I was the boy all along.
born a god. And so were you.
Dun dun dun!
Actually, that's not true. Kratos was not born a god. He was made a god.
Boy,
Yep.
have you nothing to say?
Can I turn into an animal?
Turn
You laugh now, but at the end of the game, you'll see.
No spoilers, Luke.
No, I know.
No, I do not think so.
You can hear the smile on his face. That's so cute. That's good acting.
Mother knew? She was a god too?
No. She was mortal, but she knew much of nature.
I'm a god.
Cut to that Always Sunny in Philadelphia meme. I'm a golden god!
Boy of God of War.
I had hoped to spare you. Being a god, it can be a lifetime of anguish and tragedy.
Cut short when you're fighting me.
That is the curse.
What sorts of things
Yeah.
can I do? Can I fly? Or turn invisible?
You can ask too many questions, boy.
I feel like that.
That's because you're a kid.
I do not know the reach of your godhood. But over time, you will learn.
Here, talk to Head.
Let Head entertain you. In
Alrighty.
chat.
You sure I can't turn into a wolf?
Oh,
Let's hear the end of this conversation. And then
that was a lot of plot to happen on Variant.
yeah, I'm glad I remembered that, because that would have been weird to jump into at the beginning of next stream.
That's no
Surprise.
surprise. Every god is unique.
So, maybe I won't get strong like father, but I'll have abilities all my own?
Maybe I won't be a human wrecking ball.
Your faculty for language is extraordinary for one so young.
Oh yeah, Adam, I forget that you're on a couple second delay. Sorry about that. This must make no
Yep.
sense.
That's alright. It's only a very couple seconds.
Okay.
So,
I've known more than my share of gods.
Me too, apparently. I wonder who else knew I was a god. Freya for sure. Brock and Sindri?
They do not need to know.
Baldur! Does he know? Is that why he's after us? Do you know him from...
No boy, Baldur's just a dick.
You was the first I ever saw Baldur.
that's true.
The truth.
Hey, we don't have to go right back to Gerswald, do we? I mean, we're gods. We can do whatever we want, right? What do you really feel like doing right now?
I will show you.
Falls out of boat.
I feel like pausing the stream. Yeah. Just smacks. Yeah. No. So anyway, that now at a good stopping point is our stream for the day. If we jump into Baldur's, not Baldur's, Tears Vault, that'll be a whole other thing with other plot devices throughout. So let's stop it here. We'll be back next time with some more God of War, Dad of Boy of God of Boy.
Boy God and Boy God's dad
Yeah.
is also God of War.
It's a mess. The family tree for this. No, okay, no. Pause so that we don't get leaked into another thing. Cyan, any final thoughts before we call it a stream?
I think we're gonna have one stream where Red and I are both in the same room, so that way people stop thinking we're the same person.
Or you can speak in unison and just give everyone a headache.
Oh, that would be hysterical.
That'd be fun. Next time on Game Grumps. No, Adam. Any last thoughts before we head out?
No, not really. This looked like it was a lot more of the same. Thanks, guys, for the good questions. Yeah, I'm excited to keep going and see what else we've got here.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Good stuff. I really enjoyed this part of the game. It's fun hearing the music and getting the blades and just seeing Kratos angry sit in the boat, because after so much time spent being more or less calm, seeing him just like struggle to keep it in is really good character moments. So thank you all for tuning in. I won't see you, but you'll see me on Friday with a video about Mesopotamia.
They won't see you either.
And
They'll hear you.
they'll hear, yeah, metaphorically speaking. All right, bye everybody.